Hi, third grade friends. It's time for another First Chapter Friday. This week I have a series for you that can be found in the mystery section. These books are The Mysterious Makers of Shaker Street. So we have 4 of them right now in the series, and I don't believe it matters the order that you read them in, but they do feature the same characters. So they kind of remind me of the Ron Roy books I showed to you a while back, the A to Z Mysteries. Same characters, mystery books, can be found under DEU, and you can read them in any order you like. So today I'm going to share with you the first chapter of Sounds Like Trouble. So here is Shaker Street. I'll let you take a look at that really quick, which is the setting for our story. Chapter 1. Last night, I heard the strangest noise. 10-year-old Michael Wilson was headed home. Walking along with him was his best friend, Leo Hammer, and his cousin, Liv Hernandez. It was a warm day on Shaker Street. Michael tugged his baseball cap down to shade his dark brown eyes. He said, it went whir, whir, vzz. Leo ran a hand over his sandy brown hair. His bangs hung in his face. I don't know that one, he said. He readjusted the straps on his heavy backpack, then asked Michael, are you sure the vzz was at the end and not at the beginning, like vzz, whir, whirl? Positive, Michael said. Why? Well, if the vzz was at the beginning, then I'd say you heard a 1997 Toyota station wagon with a loose fan belt. 9-year-old Leo explained, but since the vzz was at the end, I'm not sure what that could be. He shrugged. It's a mystery. Mystery? Liv, who was 10 like Michael, was walking ahead of the boys. She spun around and pulled her headphones out of her ears. I love a mystery. Pressing a button on her phone, Liv turned off the sound. Sorry for ignoring you guys, she added. I was listening to the last few minutes of Alien Takeover. I had to make sure the aliens didn't kidnap the poor old man. Liv was the only one whose parents had gotten her a phone. Leo's dad and Michael's parents agreed that they didn't need one yet. It was a huge bummer. Michael rolled his eyes at Liv and snorted. You know that podcast is a hoax, right? There's no scientific proof that extraterrestrial life is real. And there's no proof that it's not real, Liv said. She peered over her vintage glasses frames. What do you think, Leo? Liv pinned him with her deep brown stare. Leo hesitated. If there really are aliens, I'd prefer it if they'd stay on their own planet. Ah, so you do believe in aliens, Liv exclaimed, grinning. Leo's the smartest kid at school. Best grades, best scores. Ha! She faced Michael and put her hands on her hips. That's all the proof you need, she said. Aliens exist. You're ridiculous, Michael argued. That's not proof. Besides, Leo's a chicken. If there was a chance that aliens might land on Shaker Street, he'd be hiding at home under the table. True, Leo agreed. He tucked his hands into his armpits and clucked. Bark, bark. Liv insisted, I'll prove it to both of you that the podcast... Bang! A firecracker burst over Michael's house. The sparkles glittered in the late afternoon sky. Forget the aliens. We gotta go. Now! Michael shouted at his friends. They were still near Liv's house at the bottom of Shaker Street. Michael's house was pretty far away, at the dead end at the top of the hill. The Wilson home was one of the biggest on the block, and it was the tallest. The old Victorian looked like a skinny purple-painted gingerbread house with green icing trim. Above the 3rd floor was a tower room, a turret. Michael's mom called it. There were lots of windows that overlooked the other historic homes of Shaker Street. Michael saw a flash of light in one of those big windows. Then, as the fireworks faded, a familiar voice boomed through a loudspeaker in the front yard. You have 5 minutes. The voice belonged to Michael's grandfather, Henry Wilson Sr. Michael regretted the day he built those small speakers for his grandfather. He used 2 cool-looking tin cigar boxes to hold the wiring. They were supposed to make Grandpa's stereo louder so his old ears could hear his favorite music, but Grandpa immediately rewired them. Grandpa thought it was funny that he turned the speakers into an announcement system that echoed through the entire neighborhood. No one else thought it was funny at all, especially not Michael. It was embarrassing for Michael and his friends. "Tick-tock," Grandpa called out. His 80-year-old voice cracked. "Ugh," Leo groaned, looking up at the tall hill. "I hate it when he does this." He tightened his backpack straps for the run. Someone should call Sheriff Kowalski. "She wouldn't do anything," Liv said. "The speakers are annoying, but everyone on Shaker Street loves Grandpa Henry." Henry Sr. was Michael's dad. Henry Jr.'s dad. Liv and Michael's moms were sisters, so Liv wasn't related to Henry Sr. Still, she and everyone else called him Grandpa. Just then, the old man called out, "Time's a-wastin'." "Ugh," Leo complained again as they took off running up the hill. "Maybe you could invent some kind of escalator, Leo," said to Michael as his breath became heavier. "Or a zip line?" "A zip line that goes up?" Michael asked. He looked at Leo. His friend was slowing down to a walk. That would be against the laws of gravity. "Some laws need to be broken," Leo said. His face was turning red and sweaty. They were partway up the hill, nearly at the mustard-yellow weathered house where Leo and his dad rented the second floor. Nervous that Leo might duck out for a snack and a nap, Michael took his friend's arm. He tugged Leo the rest of the way up the hill, while Liv pushed from behind. "Come on, we're almost there," Liv said, encouraging Leo to keep going. "Tick-tock," Grandpa's voice cackled through the loudspeaker. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go, or else. Next up is Chapter 2. You can find all of these books, The Mysterious Makers of Shaker Street, in the mystery section under DEU. So again, if you like mysteries, if you like makerspace and inventing, we've got quite a few. A picture's worth 1,000 clues, the whole 9 yards, and That's the Spirit, as well as Sounds Like Trouble. So I hope you guys have a happy first chapter Friday and a wonderful weekend. Bye, friends.